guys, I'm Steff. Welcome back to my beauty stash. Today we're going to be doing a full face trying new e.l.f. makeup. If you guys watched my e.l.f. makeup haul video from last weekend, then you definitely saw I picked up a lot of the new goodies that e.l.f. has recently released. They've released skincare items, makeup products, so much more. There's a lot of good things happening over there at e.l.f. and I was fortunate enough to have ordered some of their new items, and I've been wearing some of them throughout the week, so I definitely have some opinions on them, maybe some little tips and tricks on how to help you if some of these products might not work the way you're expecting them to. And then one of these stars of the week, I should say, stars of the show, is the e.l.f. CAMO CC Cream. I, of course, did a 2-day wear test, full review over this product, comparing it to the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. So definitely check that video out. I'll have it linked up above as well as in the description box so that you can reference that, watch it later, rewatch it if you've already watched it, but definitely so you can hear my full thoughts and review over this product. But we will be wearing this today, as well as some other e.l.f. goodies that I already had in my stash. This is pretty much going to be, give or take, a couple items, a full face, get ready with me using brand new e.l.f. makeup products. If you want to see all these new e.l.f. goodies in action, keep on watching. Alright guys, so before we start, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Calm Balm. This is from their Skin Hit collection. This is the hemp-derived cannabis sativa lip balm. I love this stuff. I have 2 of these, or 3 of these. I keep one here in my beauty room, I keep one in my bathroom, and I keep one in my bedroom. Love it. Just a nice little lip balm just to prep the lips for lipstick application later on. I have also been trying out this week this brand new e.l.f. Oil Control Pore Minimizing Serum with niacinamide, black willow bark extract, and a whole bunch of other good skincare loving ingredients. The way I wear this and the way it is recommended that you wear this is after you've applied like your morning and night, because you can do this both, but I reserve this just for the morning. After you've done like your serums and everything, right before you're going to go in with your moisturizer, you apply this to wherever you want to minimize the pores. So for me, it's definitely right here on my forehead, mainly on my nose, and a little bit right here on my cheeks. And then I go in with my moisturizer and my SPF and then the entire makeup routine. But I've been wanting to try this as kind of like a primer. I want to try it right before my makeup application because I want to see if it's going to make a difference. So let's try that today. It does come in a dropper form. And really, guys, you only need a little bit, like that much. And then you kind of just press it in. And it does say just use a pea-size amount. And you do have to let it dry for a minute, but really it takes literally a minute to dry. And I just press it in, especially on my nose, because this is where I tend to get the oiliest the quickest. And like right in this area too. And always like right here around my eyebrow area. But remember, this does say to apply right before moisturizer. So we're doing it a little different today just because I haven't tried it out this way. All right, so now I'm going to go in with one of my favorite primers of all time, especially at the drugstore. This is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. This little beauty really grips your makeup and adds that hydration that you need for all day wear. I love this product, and I believe you can only find it on the e.l.f. website. And usually just one pump is more than enough to do my entire face. And I'm gonna focus this just mainly up here on the forehead, right here on my cheeks, on my nose, and around my mouth. So I give that a few seconds just to settle down. Now, while the primer is drying down, I'm going to show you the cocktail that we are going to use for foundation today. And these are the products we're going to be mixing together. I reviewed this Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. Oh my goodness, that is a mouthful. A couple weeks ago on my channel. Wasn't too impressed by it. I mean, it was just okay, but it did provide some decent hydration, whereas the CAMO CC Cream being that it's supposed to be a moisturizer, foundation, SPF all in one, I don't necessarily know that it provides enough moisture, especially for drier skin types, to be your one and done moisturizer. And I, of course, said that in my review. I would not count on this to be your only moisturizer, no matter what skin type you have, because I don't really feel those moisturizing properties from it. For me, this really did a good job of keeping my oils away. It kept me pretty matte for a good portion of the day. So I was super impressed with that, but it didn't wear as nicely as I was expecting it to. It needed some help. I've already mixed this with the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, and I really did love that combination because I got a little bit of both worlds. I got the moisturizing properties that I love from the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, as well as that slight little radiant finish, and I got a good amount of coverage and the perfect shade match for me because the IT Cosmetics CC Cream I have is in the wrong shade. So let's mix these two together and let's see what's going to happen. Now, I did pick up the brush that accompanies this e.l.f. CAMO CC Cream, and I was not a fan of it, so I am not going to be using this today. I am just going to use a beauty blender. I would use an e.l.f. makeup sponge because I love those, but those just got washed, so they need to dry down a bit. So this is the Urban Decay, and then I'm just going to pump the e.l.f. on top. So they're pretty much the same shade. And this was a free little e.l.f. makeup brush that was included in my order, so I'm going to take the tip and mix them around. All right, guys, so this is the mixture of the Urban Decay Tinted Hydrator as well as the new e.l.f. CAMO CC Cream. I will say that the e.l.f. CAMO CC Cream doesn't dry down right away. Like, you do have to be careful with it. Kind of just let it sit for a minute because it will move around on you. That is what I've noticed in trying it out these last few days. And I don't really I get better coverage with the IT CC Cream versus this e.l.f. CAMO CC Cream. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why I didn't say it was a spot on dupe for the IT CC Cream. There are some things that I prefer that the IT CC Cream does that this e.l.f. CAMO CC Cream just does not. So next up, I'm going to go in with a couple shades of the e.l.f. CAMO Hydrating Concealer. I'm going to use this to bronze and highlight and just add a little bit of coverage to areas that I think need it. So I'm going to take care of this super quick. Now, to set my under eye area and like my T-zone, I've been loving this powder from Nakia Joy Cosmetics. This is the Velvet Finishing Powder. I will have this linked in the description box down below. Not an affiliate link, but it's something that one of my friends over on Instagram, Naomi, recommended to me, and I absolutely love it. Thank you, Naomi, so much for this great recommendation. This is a beautiful setting powder, guys. If you don't know who Nakia Joy is, she is a gorgeous beauty YouTuber, and she just recently started, I believe it was last year, she started her own makeup brand, and this was, I think, one of the first products that she ever released, and I'm so happy that I can support her, and I'm so happy that she made this amazing product. All right, now for cheeks, I bought the one Putty Blush that I didn't buy in my original review of these amazing blushes. Guys, if you do not have these e.l.f. Putty Blushes in your stash, you need to. They are absolutely amazing. And this was the shade I was lacking in my collection. And this is called Maldives. Now I also picked up the new e.l.f. Putty Blush brush. This is more of a stippling brush. You'll see it has the spikes on there. So I am going to be using this brush to apply the Maldives blush. But guys, if you saw my review, my initial first impressions over these putty blushes, you'll know that I picked up this other brush that is not intended for these blushes. This is the e.l.f. Putty Primer Applicator. So this is the little scoop where you scoop out the poreless putty primer, and then this is what you would use to blend it in with. I don't do that. I use just this part to dab in, to kind of blend in the e.l.f. Putty blush, and I love it for that. This is $6. The blushes are $6 as well, and I believe this other one, this new one, was $6 too. But we're gonna try the new one today, and if I don't like it, then I'm gonna go back to what I know works for me. So let's just pick up a little bit in here. And the thing with these brushes, guys, these stippling brushes, is they apply the product in a more sheer way. So it really does allow you to build up the intensity of the pigment to whatever it is that you're looking for. I've used these putty blushes over powder and no problems there. I just think they blend so beautifully into the skin, and I do think they last a good number of hours. Cream blushes tend to fade away a little more quickly than powder blushes. You see, it's just a nice soft wash of color. Versus if I use this brush, I'm going to show you, it deposits more because it's more dense. And this is the motion I like to do. So for me, this brush just worked perfectly. And I've used this brush not just with these e.l.f. putty blushes, but with like cream contour and bronzer and all that, and other blushes, other cream blushes from other brands. And I love it. Like these two are definitely gonna be in my favorites of 2020. All right, so I think we have a nice flush of color to the cheeks. I'm gonna add a little bit of the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer, and this one is in the shade Perpetually Tan. And I'm just gonna kind of focus that mainly on my forehead and ever so slightly on the perimeter of my face, as well as along the sides of my nose. Now I'm going to set the entire face using some of the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. And I'm just going to use what was already in the lid. Now I'm going to go in with the White Gold Highlighter from e.l.f. Now I'm going to add just a little bit more of the Maldives blush. So I don't have any e.l.f. eyebrow products, so I'm going to go take care of my brows off camera, and then we'll start playing around with some of the new eyeshadows that I picked up from e.l.f. All right, brows are on, and I already added a little bit of the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer to the eyelids. So let's start with this eye look today. I picked up 3 of these new e.l.f. metallic liquid eyeshadows, and let's go ahead and just swatch them. I've only used one of them. I used the green one, and it worked out really well. I actually like these better than the liquid glitters that were released around this time last year, and I thought that the shades were really pretty. I want to say they had maybe like 6 or 8 different shades in these. And these were the 3 that I chose to pick up. Let me just show them to you. This, pink shade right here, that one is called Little Dipper. And then the one in the middle, the green, is called Aurora. And then the one right here is called Big Dipper. So I think we're going to focus mainly on Big and Little Dipper today. I don't have any new eyeshadow palettes from e.l.f. But I think I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette. This just has a little bit of everything in it. And if this is still available, guys, I would pick it up. It's a pretty decent eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. We're also going to be trying, or I've already been using this all week long, and I really do love it. This is the e.l.f. Lash It Loud Mascara. I will say that every now and then you will get a little flake, so just make sure that you kind of just be careful when you flick it off, because sometimes it can leave a little black dot. But if you use a spoolie or just use like the tip of your finger and just be ever so delicate with it, then the flake comes off and it's no big deal. It doesn't smear or smudge or anything throughout the day, but I do notice a couple little flakes here and there, but that is no big deal because it really does a good job of just lengthening and curling, and really, really nice mascara from e.l.f. This is probably the best mascara that I have ever tried from e.l.f. And then I also picked up this. What is this? This is the No Budge Shadow Stick. And I went for this purple shade. This one is called Rich Amethyst. So we might incorporate that in today's look. Let's jump into this palette. The first shade I'm going to go in with right now is Fuego. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Spiced, and I'm just keeping the shade right here in my crease. I think we're going to do a little bit of a halo eye today. So I just want this spiced shade right in here. Now I'm going to go in with the shade, let's see, I'm going to go in with Coconut right here. I'm going to add a little bit of Spiced right up here. Now I'm going to go back in with Fuego, which was that first shade. Just going to add it back in up here to kind of feather it out. All right, so now I'm going to take, I'm going to do the lighter one. I'm going to go in with a little dipper. Now the thing with these is to let them dry down, and then if you feel you need a second coat, then go in with the second coat, but make sure that it's fully dry. That is the way, and I'm trying to keep my eyes closed. I know I look a little funny right now, but that's what has worked best for me. And I'm just gonna kind of pat it along the edges here. It does dry down pretty quick. So now I'm gonna place some on the back of my hand. And I'm going to use this little brush just to kind of blend it in. Isn't that so pretty? I definitely like these better than their pressed glitters. Not the pressed glitters, the liquid glitters. Now I'm going to add some more of the shade Coconut just on the outer and inner portion, just to bring everything together. Just a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of Spiced right up here. I'm going to go in and add a little bit of Fuego just right out here. All right, and you know what? Let's just finish this eye, and that way I can take care of the rest, the other eye off camera. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go in, let's see, I'm going to go in with the shade Caliente. Now I'm going to pick up some of Big Dipper, and I'm going to first apply it to the back of my hand. Then we're going to work that along the lower lash line. Now I'm going to go back in with Caliente, which was that initial shade down here, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. I want to intensify Little Dipper a little bit more. Isn't that so pretty? And just see how foiled it looks. Man, they just did a much better job with these metallic shadows than the glitter. Like the glitter for me just kind of fell short a little bit, but these are really, really nice. I'd be anxious to pick up the rest of the shades. I want to say these are $6, $7, something like that. Definitely worth it. I really think that these perform way better. Inner corner highlight. What am I going to do for inner corner highlight? Let's see what this one is. Let's see what this one does. Paraíso. And I am going to wet this shade. Oh yeah, that's good. I think that might be a duochrome if I'm not mistaken. Look at that. That's pretty. All right, so let me go take care of this other eye. And then, of course, I'm going to add... Oh, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys the mascara because that's new. So you guys need to see that in action. So I'll finish up this eye. I'll add a little bit of eyeliner. Yeah, I'll add some eyeliner and then we'll do the mascara together so you can see it in action. All right, guys. So what I did on this eye was I added some of this No Budge shadow stick. So I'm going to do that over here as well. I like the purple with the red and the orange together. I think it looks really pretty. So I'm just adding that to my lower waterline. And for the upper lash line, I just used my Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid eyeliner. So I already curled my lashes. Now let's go in with the new e.l.f. mascara. This is the Lash It Loud mascara. And it is a comb style, like plastic applicator. And I will say you do need to work with it a little bit. Like you really need to comb through your lashes with it. But definitely a little of this goes a long way. Like you can just, don't have to dip back in, you know what I mean? I do really think that this provides separation and it does lengthen. And of course I have some natural length to my lashes. I do use Revitalash and I've used it for over 2 years. I will have that linked in the description box down below in case you want to learn more, you want to get it. The one thing I will say though, with any lash or brow conditioner serum, you need to be consistent. You need to use it every single day if you want to see results. Skipping days, it's not going to work. You won't see any results. You're just throwing money away because these aren't cheap. Although, and I'm going to show that to you at the end of this video, but e.l.f. did come out with a lash and brow conditioner that I have been using all week. So I'll talk to you a little bit about that once I get done with this look. I really like how this mascara makes my lower lashes look. I mean, it really just amplifies the length. And this is all the same coat. Did not dip back in or anything like that. So this was the new e.l.f. lipstick I picked up, and this is the Hydrating Core Lip Shine. This is in the shade Happy. Although I don't really know that this would necessarily go with the look. I mean, I know it's really sheer. You could try it. I also have the Seriously Satin lipstick. This one is in the shade Cider. This one is really pretty. Let's try, I have this e.l.f. Retro Paradise lip liner. So let me line my lips. I love these lip liners. Like if you can still find the Retro Paradise lip kit, it was 4 lip liners and a lip gloss. Definitely get it. All right, well, let's just try the new one. And if we don't like it, you can change it. Oh, these are so hydrating. So comfortable. You know what? Let's add a little bit of this one, Cider. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Adds a little bit more color. Really do love these. These new ones from e.l.f. I'm definitely going to pick up more shades. They're just so comfortable, and being that we're just wearing masks, you want something nice and hydrating under the mask, and since these are sheer, really, really do love that. All right, so I think we've used everything. Let me just do some finishing touches, and then I'll be back to give you my final thoughts on all these brand new e.l.f. makeup products. Alright guys, so those were all of the new e.l.f. products in action. I do want to quickly show you guys, this is the e.l.f. Lash and Brow, Enhancing Lash and Brow Serum. I've been using this all week, and I use this in the morning because this one does say to use AM and PM, but since in the PM I already have my brow and eyelash serums that I typically use, I wanted to start using this in the morning. So what I do is I do a swipe across my upper lash line. It also says to do on your lower lash line, and that's new because some of the other lash serums that I've used in the past, they don't say to do your lower lash line, they just say to do one stripe on the upper lash line. So I'll do it both, and then I'll add it through my brows. I mean, we'll see. This is nothing that I can give you results or review as of right now. I will say it does not irritate my eyes one bit. So I'm going to continue using this. I'm going to use it up, and then I'll be able to give you guys a more thorough review and let you guys know if it's something worth picking up or not. I mean, this was only like $8 or $10, and when you compare it to like Revitalash, that's $90, or Grande Brow, that's like $60. Those products work. So I don't mind paying that high price tag because I know they work. So this, I don't know if it works. And if it does, oh my God, we have like a miracle on our hands, such an affordable price. But we'll see. We'll see how it's going to do. As far as all of the other products go, guys, I really did enjoy all of them. There really wasn't a miss. I guess you could say the only miss was this brush duo. What is it? The Complexion Duo Brush. So I think you can skip out on this one. This is like a wannabe for the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe brush. This one, of course, is way better. Invest in this one. You won't be disappointed. But everything else I'm really loving. And guys, we tried using the Oil Control Pore Minimizing Serum in a different way other than what is suggested. And it looks fine. I think it looks great. I think it paired nicely with the primer and with the CAMO CC Cream, which I probably, not too sure if I'll use this alone. I kind of do enjoy mixing this in with some of my other products. And guys, if you ever encounter a foundation that you don't like, and maybe you can't return it, or you don't want to give it away, or whatever the reason you're going to hang on to it, mix it. Mix it with some of your favorites, or mix it with another foundation that maybe wasn't one of your favorites, and see if you can create something really special. That is what I have been doing. That is what has been working for me lately, and that is definitely something that I am going to continue doing with this e.l.f. CAMO CC Cream. This definitely works best when applied with a full face of makeup, meaning primer, powder, setting spray. At least on me, that was the best result for this little product right here. Everything else, guys, the blush, cannot recommend it more. I'm really loving these metallic liquid shadows. So, so good. Definitely check them out. I will have everything that I used linked in the description box down below. Most of the links are going to be just straight to the e.l.f. website. Some of them might be affiliate links, so if you do end up purchasing, I thank you so much for supporting me and my little channel. Let me know your thoughts, guys. What did you all think about all of these new e.l.f. products? I hauled them last week. Here I am this weekend showing you guys all of the products in action. I'm so glad I got to wear some of them throughout the week so I could really give you a good, solid opinion on them. But other than that, guys, let me know what you thought. I think a lot of them are winners, definitely worth checking out. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.